Danielle Laporte's Desire Map Planners for 2019 are officially out. I want to do a quick review for you on her daily and weekly. So I'm going to start with the weekly, which is here. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. Beautiful gold and silver, and there's white, and it's all swirled together in this like just gorgeous design. You can see there's an elastic band that holds it together so it stays put if you put it in your purse or in a tote bag. Just slide that off ever so easily. If you open it up, on the inside there are the core desired feelings listed on the back, on the front of the back of the front cover, and the back of the back cover. And there's also a little pocket where you could put little mementos, or you can tuck in cards or whatever, anything that touches you for the year that you want to keep in here, and a little special spot is available. I think it's really cool. With my Soulful Life workshops, which are based on Danielle Laporte's Desire Map process, I like to put in, I give everyone a little card, and at the end of the workshop they've tuned into their core desired feeling. And when they do that, I have them write that on this little card using colored pencils and pens, and really make it their own. And if your core desired feeling should change throughout the year, or if you just want to have it tucked in somewhere, pull it out every time you pull your planner out to take a look at it, that's also a great little spot to put it if you don't want to put it somewhere that you see every single day, which actually is not a horrible idea either. Okay, the Desire Map Planner, there's the front page. Open up, there's a little love note from Danielle. A little bit of information about some other products she has available. Here is a little bit more information about the Desire Map Planner program. So if you purchase this online through her website, you get some freebies and some other really fun things along with it. I also offer some freebies and things that she offers, as well as some other things if you buy the planner through the link that's listed below. And inside here is how to use the prompts inside the planner. So each week there are going to be different prompts. Let me just skip ahead just a little bit, and so you can see how that works. So here is the first week, and as you can see, you've got Monday through Sunday, Monday through Wednesday on this side with your list of to-dos, and then you have Thursday and Friday on this side with Saturday and Sunday on the bottom. So a little bit less space for Saturday and Sunday. Again, with the to-dos. And then there's a little quote on the bottom of each page. Usually inspirational, usually fun, definitely something to think about. And then there's also a little tab on each of the corners of the pages. If you want to quickly find where you left off, you rip off the little tab, and then you know exactly where you would pick up the next time you are going in to look at your planner. You don't have to pull them off. Like I personally, with my planner, I leave them on. Maybe I'll circle the word or decorate it in some way if it resonates with me for that particular day. Totally up to you. Some people put their little tabs in a jar to look back at later. Some people put them on their vision boards. Obviously you could toss them in the recycling bin also, but it's just kind of fun to look at them. It's a good inspirational point. Also, at the top of the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday page, there's a little prompt here for devotion and a little prompt for body and wellness. So this basically says, for devotion, I will pray for who and what. So that can be in any way, shape, or form, or you don't even have to, if the word pray doesn't resonate with you, it can be, my attention will go to this person that maybe needs help, or my attention will go to my broken heart, or whatever it is that really needs some attention and devotion for that day or that week. Body and wellness, I will nourish my body, and then you fill that in. So maybe you're going to try that week to, eat more fruits or vegetables that week, or maybe a little less carbs, or whatever it is. This is a great place as a little reminder. Okay, the end of each week there is another double layout, a double page layout of some other reflection points. So obviously, first one, reflect and envision. So look back at your week, take a peek and see what happened that week. Reflect on that. What could you have done better? What did you do that really went well? what parts of it felt great, maybe what parts didn't. Then envision the upcoming week. How do you want your upcoming week to go? Just spend a little bit of time thinking about how you can create a really amazing upcoming week. Below that is grateful. What are you grateful for and why? Just below that, what's not working? Does it feel light or heavy? Stop doing. Should I speak up? So essentially with what's not working, maybe that was already addressed somewhat in the reflection portion, really just kind of honing in on, what you did that particular week that really was not feeling super, that did not really resonate with you, that you really wish you could have done better, or maybe you will just stop doing altogether. Maybe no needs to become part of your vocabulary more. And then stop doing again, kind of back to the no, maybe whatever it might be for you that you want to stop. Maybe stop having coffee at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock in the afternoon because it's really interfering with your sleep. It's a good place to write down your observations and maybe make an intention to modify a bit. Okay, on the next page, declarations and encouragement. Speak highly of yourself. So this is basically you taking the time to declare what it is you want for yourself, what you want for your future. Maybe give yourself a little pat on the back for something that you did that really went well or that you really felt good about. Relationships and organizations. It says loving action and or ask. So maybe there's a loving action that you can do for a really close friend or your intimate partner. Maybe there is something that you can ask for help from an organization that you work with. Maybe some organization that you really feel resonates with your message, with what you're doing. Maybe there's a way you can collaborate and partner on something that would make a huge difference for people. And then the soul prompt, one of my favorite things, I'm proud of, and you fill that in. What are you proud of? Maybe go into why. Just kind of riff on that for a little bit. And so that is the weekly part of the planner, which obviously you would fill in, since it's undated, you would fill in the date each day. And then one other part I wanted to show you was in the front, you have each month. Again, because it's undated, you fill it in. So if you want to address this once a month, or want to do your desire mapping once every 3 months, maybe you start off filling in the first month January and then March and so on every 3 months. This will last a little bit longer, or if you do it every month, which I would highly recommend because it is such a powerful tool, you would fill it in as you go. So you could actually purchase this now and use it for November, December, January, and beyond. So that is kind of a useful, a useful item if you want to just jump in right now and get started. Also, there is for each month there's a mantra, tells a little bit about it. This one says, "May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on." It's an Irish blessing used as a farewell in Kundalini yoga. Give it away over and over. So just kind of a feel good saying for each month. And in the back there's a little bit of more info about other products, a little bit more info about Danielle and the amazing artist that did the covers. And then back in the very back, last page, is a little a blank page for you to write a little bit more of your thoughts or your intentions, maybe throughout the year or maybe towards the end of the year. It's really, really up to you. So that is the weekly undated planner. There is also a weekly dated version as well. I just don't have that one, to show you. And then we also have the daily planner, which is actually one of my favorites. This is the one that I use and have been using for a couple of years now. It's a little bit heavier. Both of them have really nice feeling pages to them. This one's obviously a little bit more colorful, as you can see. What will I do to feel the way I want to feel? It says it on both of them. You can see a little bit with the size difference between the two. Obviously the daily is quite a bit bigger. Quite a bit heavier too, but not too bad. I've taken mine on trips across the country. I've taken them to Europe and back. It's totally workable, and it's nice to have a place to put all of your itinerary and a place to remember all the things you did while you were away. Again, Core Desired Feelings, this time in blue and white. 2019 daily planner here. And this one is a little bit more of a deep dive into some different aspects that the weekly does not have. Okay, another little love note. This one I really love too. Again, this also has the planner program information, some directions on how to use it. I won't go over all of that specifically again since we just did it, but as you can see in here, you've got the astrology overview as far as like the moons, planetary changes. Here you have your astrology guide, so you have all of the information that you need based on every sign, whether it's cardinal, mutable, or fixed. And then a little bit about the 4 elements and the direction of the elements, which is kind of fun if you follow that mode of thinking. And then each month starts off with 2 pages of kind of a good launching off point. So you're going to touch back onto Core Desired Feelings, kind of reinforce that. Head over to intentions and goals. What are your intentions and goals? How are you going to achieve these Core Desired Feelings in your life each day? Then we move on to habits and rituals. So what are the things that you do every day, or once every month, or once a week, however makes sense for you, whatever resonates with you. What do you do? Kind of reiterate that here, making sure you follow through. And then notes to my future self. So this is a little bit different than her planners of the past. This part here in particular really taps into what would you tell yourself this time next month? How do you want to feel? And what sort of words of encouragement would you give yourself once you've really maybe attained some of those intentions and goals that you set for yourself for the month? So it's just a little bit of a virtual written pat on the back virtually for the future. And then you've got 2019 overview, 2020 right after that, and then we dive into January. So similarly to the weekly planner, you have the month in advance. You can see everything coming up. You can write little notes in here. You can see the moon phases. Everything is on 2 pages for you to do a quick glance. Again, similar to the weekly planner, a mantra and a little feel-good affirmation on the side. I love that the months are offset in gold with white lettering and white with gold lettering all the way through for each month. And then, so obviously for this is a little bit different when you're going with the daily route. So you start off with your schedule, there is a to-do list, and then you touch on body and wellness, devotion, what's not working, and just what you should want to stop doing, and what you're grateful for. So basically on the weekly, this is done once a week. On the daily, you touch on these every day. Again, there's also a little quote on the bottom, and you have little tabs on this one as well. This one might be a little bit easier to find your day if you rip them off, but again, totally up to you. It's your planner, and you can go about it as you wish. Use it as any way that makes sense to you. And then here we go for the weekend. This is a little bit different. So Saturday and Sunday, you have your to-do list again for each day. Saturday, you have a place to reflect. So this is a great time to look back at your week and see how did that week go? Were there aspects of it that were really amazing and aspects of it that weren't so amazing? And then envision your upcoming week and how you want that to look, how you want that to feel. So again, like in the weekly planner, this is done actually once a week as well, a little bit more space to write. And then the soul prompt, similar to the other one, the same page I chose, it says I choose. So you can fill in there as you are inspired. And then at the end of the month, you have a similar setup to the weekly, where you you kind of touch on core desired feelings, the intentions and goals, what's really working, what needs to shift. And this layout is a little bit different than the weekly, but it really does kind of hone in on the feelings that you want, the things that are working, the things that are not working. It just really gets you thinking about your life in a much more practical and efficient way to get you to move towards living your desires. And then here for the new month, how I will, and there's some prompts here so you can riff on that a bit. And then to move toward my goals and intentions. So basically this is your to-do list, if you will. It's your action steps. So in my Soulful Life workshops, I talk about clarity of desire plus intentional action equals a soulful life. This is it in practice. This is it in play. You get clear on how you want to feel, as Danielle says, and then you take actions, intentional actions, to reach those goals and reach those feelings. Sometimes can really surprise yourself. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Again, similarly to the weekly planner, you've got a little pocket in the back with the core desired feelings written on it as well. The blank page in the back for a little bit more, deep dive, curious thinking about your month, your week, your year. This will be a great place if you want to, do a little bit of maybe some free writing or free drawing for your upcoming year for 2020. If we're fast forwarding that far, just use it however makes sense for you. So you've got two options. You've got the daily and you've got the weekly. And then with the weekly, you can do dated or undated. So undated would be great if you want to dive into it right now. You don't want to wait until January. Both of them are available. There's some links below the video if you'd like to check that out a little bit more in depth. There are also other versions. I think there is a charcoal and gold version, kind of the classic version that you could take a look at if you're not really into the colorfulness of either of these. And then also, I don't know if you've noticed my shirt, my hair might have been covering it, some KarmicKindness merch, Fearless. Everyone wants to jump into their day or week or a month or year being fearless and not worrying about what others might think, or being able to go out there and make some things happen. So if you want to take a look at that and any other merch I have on the KarmicKindness site, jewelry and some other apparel, some bags, and obviously Soulful Life workshops, I would love it if you did. Please take a look at the planners. They really are fantastic. Love, love, love Danielle's work. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and listening to my review, and I hope to see you again sometime soon. Thank you. Bye.